Hey guys, it's James here. I haven't been doing any content like this in quite a while, exploring what I'm doing because I can only say so much about my photorealistic work, but my abstract work, I can tell you all about that. So recently I got a PC and it's got a 3090 RTX in with 24 gigabytes of RAM, and it's just made a new image. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm liking this one. And the reason why I got it originally was just to run agents. I just want to see what the capabilities are. I have some ideas, and when I had them, I was like, "Oh my god, I've got to get a PC that can run this because I can't run it on my work Mac because they won't let us because of security concerns." And to be honest, it's a bit of a ball ache to ask IT if I can do it. So I bought my own machine to do these tests on. So I've been making images using Flux 2, and I'm really blown away by how competitive Flux 2 is, even if you're not using the best version of Flux, which is Flux Dev or whatever they call it. So Flux comes in five variations. So you get two versions that are only online, so you have to use them via API. And then you get three versions. You get a 9B, a 4B, and some other version of it. So you get a Flux Klein 9B. I think you get a Flux Klein 4B, and so on. So I made this little interface to run Flux. It's probably quite reminiscent of Midjourney, although that's not really the design I was going for. I was just making my own thing just to see what's possible. So what I've made is like a little interface where I can use Flux without having to go through Comfy UI. Because as powerful as Comfy UI is, I want to make my own thing. I want to make my own buttons. I want to make my own automations. I don't want to have to learn how to do this in Comfy UI because for anyone who's used it, it takes ages to learn one thing. This is, in a way, it's faster. It's a different way of interacting with models. So you have your so you have what do you call it? You have VS Code as a server that opens the models up, if you will. And then what happens is it then serves the information to a HTML file, which is what you're seeing right now. That's why you get this localhost 5000. So this isn't like a deployable app that I can just put online. It doesn't work like that. It's only a local system. So what I've done is I've created this button here that usually says abstract before it's active, and I type in the quantity of images that I want. And then what it does is it uses the text that you see here, and then it selects three random images at a time from my previous abstracts explorations through Midjourney. So since, I don't know, version 3 or whatever it was of Midjourney, I started creating abstract art. And so this is years and years and years worth of work that I've gone through to find my best, most unique abstract art pieces that I made with Midjourney. So I've got about 200 of these images. I put it all into a folder. And then what this app does is it calls up three of those images at random. It puts them into a prompt like image prompting, and then it has this same text prompt each time. So then you select the resolution you want and the amount of steps. So steps is like, I don't quite understand what it is. It's something to do with how much detail, how much processing goes into each image. They have a default of 4 steps. The old Flux version, to get the same amount or similar amounts of quality, was I think about 30 steps. So that means Flux 2 might be faster. I'm not 100% sure about the technical stuff there. But I've been testing 10 steps today with full resolution, and I left it running this morning before I went to work. And I think I got about 12 images, so that's about half an hour per image. And there's some things I've been noticing, which is I'm not sure if I ever got this amount of quality with Nano Banana. And it might be this crispness of image. Now, I know this isn't going up to 4K or 5K that you get out of Nano Banana. This is only 1792 by 2240, but that isn't necessarily representative of like how much quality is in an image, because we all know if you pixelate an image in Photoshop, sorry, my cat's being weird. If you pixelate an image in Photoshop, doesn't matter if it's 5K or not, it doesn't look very good. If you use mosaic in Photoshop filters. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Anyway, so I suspect that the amount of steps that you put into an image increases the amount of detail that you get in each image. So this is just very interesting for me. If you've been making images with AI image generators for as long as I have, this is quite interesting, and also not very costly either, because I've spent quite a lot of money on Nano Banana and Midjourney and stuff like that, and I never liked Flux. I never liked Stable Diffusion. I always preferred Midjourney over those models because Midjourney was just better. Why do it for free when you can pay and it's some of the best images possible? And now I see how good these images are from Flux too. I'm like, well, why would I go back to Midjourney? Why would I go back to Nano Banana? Unless I'm in a real hurry. And that's the problem with using a workflow like this, because I'm only using 4-year-old components here, right? It's a 3090. It's like 3 generations back, so it's quite old technology. But because it's got so much VRAM, it allows you to run very big models like this and produce work like this. So this means like an RTX 3090 with 24 gigabytes of RAM will be able to run like a 30B text model, which is perhaps equivalent to ChatGPT 4 from a few years ago. So, and then it can just run all day and night if you're doing coding, if you're making apps, if you're making websites, whatever it is you're doing, emailing people, whatever. It'll be able to do that 24/7. You don't have to worry about credit costs, token costs from Claude or ChatGPT. Now, it won't be as capable as Claude, because Claude is the daddy right now, but at least you can run it all day. And if you're doing coding tasks and it can verify output from the Python scripts or whatever it is you're doing, this is brilliant. This is brilliant because you don't have to sit there, do the code yourself. It will just recursively loop and check and code and check and code, and then it can complete tasks for you. This is all in theory. I'm pretty sure it can do that. I just need to practice and see what's possible with agentic workflows and so on. So I just want to show you that. Quite interesting. I'm blown away. I was really, really happy when I saw these images when I got home today. I was like, wow, those are really good. And the other thing is that these images are, for the most part, really good. Whereas if I had done this with Nano Banana using similar techniques, the random 3 images plus prompt technique, I don't think I was getting as good a results. So there's something about abstract art creation using Flux 2 as opposed to using Nano Banana 2. I think actually Flux wins, and I think it wins big time. There you go.